Hey guys, it's been ages since I've come on and done any kind of video because it's been holidays and I've been a mum and just really been with the kids and kind of just switched off. But I am excited to send them back to school today so I can get some work done. And today I'm prepping some content for a module that I'm running for my 16 Weeks to Wellness program with Kim and with Sarah. And it's all about fat storage signaling. And I know for a lot of our clients, they enter into the 16 Weeks to Wellness program because they want to lose weight. They are sick of being overweight. They're sick of feeling sluggish or feeling just crap about themselves because they're carrying extra weight. So tonight's module is all around the science behind why we do store fat. But my part of it, I want to speak about the emotional side of fat storage because studying nutrition for 8 years, it is such an important part. We need key nutrients. Without them, we can feel depressed. We can feel anxious, or we are just simply malnourished. So our body then craves more food to hopefully get that nutrient that we're not getting enough of. So there are definite things that nutrition can help to balance and to help correct. But the emotional side of weight gain and of fat storage is where I want to focus tonight. So I just thought I'd share a little bit of content around that here, just because I haven't really spoken to you guys in ages. And also because it is something that I personally have experienced throughout my life, and belief systems that we might create from a young age as a result of whatever, things that we've experienced. And ones that I typically come up with clients and with myself is a belief that we're not enough just the way we are, that we're not pretty enough, that we're not smart enough, that we're not good enough, that we're not good enough parents, anything. Like the fear of not enough is a universal fear. And when we have these belief systems that run so deep that we might not even know that they're there, but we need to connect back to the why. Like, why do I feel like I'm not good enough? Why do I feel like I'm not smart enough? Why do I feel not pretty enough? Maybe I'm comparing myself to others, whatever it is. And then we feed that belief system with these evidences that we create throughout our lives that support that. And it doesn't matter that we have about this much evidence to support this negative belief system and like so much more evidence to refute that. We will collect the evidence that does support that belief system. And often when we go through hard times, when we go through traumas and trials and whatever else, your body will respond, I suppose, with what it deems best in that moment. So this is where a lot of emotional eating can come into play. Your body is experiencing pain, and any kind of painful emotion, and there's so many that we couldn't possibly touch on them all, but the big ones are things like a betrayal. If you've been betrayed by someone, if you've had your trust broken by someone, or if you've had a death in the family, a death of someone close to you, any things like this, the body it has to keep going. It has to keep functioning. And this is where addictions can come into play. Addictions to food, addictions to drugs, to alcohol, or procrastination. It's all methods that the body uses to protect itself in the moment. Because if I'm eating food and if I'm experiencing that oxytocin release from eating sugar, well, in that moment, I'm not feeling the pain of that loss or the pain of that trial. I'm experiencing pleasure from my food. Whereas and then half an hour later, you feel terrible because A, you've broken your goal, B, you feel fatter than ever, and C, the oxytocin, the dopamine hit as well has worn off. So this is where getting connected back to the source of why you want to go to food. What is it that food is giving you? What emotion are you trying to numb? This is all a very critical part of the puzzle in unraveling why you are gaining weight. And your liver, guys, I know I talk about liver health all the time, but your liver is really the thing that takes the hit for so much of your emotional trauma, so much of your pain, so much of your poor dietary choices, the alcohol, the excess adrenaline that we have, that we create from being in a really stressed state. Your liver mops all of that up so that you can keep functioning. And, because our liver is our primary detoxification tool, this is where when we have toxic things that enter our body, your liver is responsible for converting them and to take them out of the body. But it also is our storage house for vitamins and minerals. So as young people, it's fine, like not fine, but your liver can take the hit. It can take the hit. It can sop up the adrenaline. It can sop up the alcohol. It can just keep going. Emotional trauma, cool. The liver just takes the hit. And as we get older and as we start to unravel some of these things, and as the liver starts to maybe become a little bit sluggish, we end up with classic signs of inflammation. And weight gain is one of the primary symptoms that your body is inflamed, that your liver might need some attention. Now, weight gain has not really been a thing for me. It's not how my body specifically shows signs of inflammation. I definitely can gain weight, but I know once I get to a certain weight, I know how to rein it in with nutrition so that I don't sort of overstep. But taking care of your liver is a critical part of the healing process. So one of the other functions that your liver does is produce bile to break down and emulsify fat. Like that is how your fats are broken down. And there's such a focus now on eat fat, eat fat, eat fat. And if your liver has been suffering for a while with high toxicity, with high levels of adrenaline, even things like excess cortisol, like all these things, cholesterol, these are things that go through the liver. So when the liver's been bogged down with all of this for a long time, it can really take a hit. So taking the fats down in the diet is important for healing. Taking the fats out of your morning could be really good, just to give your liver a break so that you don't have to be cranking up bile production all day long. And this is one of the ways in which we can then start to reconnect with our body. What is it that we actually need in this moment? Maybe we need some love. Maybe we need some honesty. Maybe we need some time out for ourselves. Maybe we need some sleep. There's so many things that we could do to help support the body's detoxification process, which is essentially our weight loss process as well. So we're going to be talking about this for like an hour tonight, all the science around weight loss, on biochemistry and all of those things, and on the emotional side of losing that weight. Because if you can look at your fat too, I've been teaching this for years, your fat is actually saving your life, whether you like it or not. Your fat cells are often storage houses for toxins. And when we're eating a high toxin diet, we've got all these additives and preservatives and chemicals and all this stuff going through our body and lots of stress and all the adrenaline. If your liver can't cope with it all, it's got to put it somewhere for safekeeping. And so your fat cells are the safe place that your body will deposit all of these things until it's in a state where it can actually deal with them. So this is where cleansing can be really beneficial. The Kickstart program that I run, this is about cleansing. This is about dropping down inflammatory foods in your diet. And after we've done the initial cleanse, it's about learning how to eat in a way that supports the body systems, eating in harmony and eating all foods. Like it's not about limiting or excluding foods forever. It's about learning how to eat them in the right way. So, if you want to learn more about these key principles, like I know for me, knowledge is power. The more I learn, the more I understand about how my gut works, about how my brain works, about how my liver works, about how critical the role of stress, plays in so many areas of health. To me, it's powerful, and it helps me to self-diagnose and to go, well, what is it that I'm actually craving in this moment? It's not ice cream. Maybe it's love and attention. Maybe it's alone time. Maybe it's anything. It's never really about the food. So if you want to learn about food, my next Kickstart program starts in about 2 weeks' time. We take you through a detox, depending on what your goals are. It would depend on which detox I'd recommend. I've got 2 in there. And then it's teaching you how to then come out of a detox and implement these healthy eating strategies so that you can know how to support yourself for the rest of your life. It's about adding in nutrient-dense foods. It's about taking time out to just be and to be present. And then, this is where the modules in the 16-week program to me are so important. Like the more you understand how your body works, the better you'll take care of it when you have that knowledge. And so, yeah, I'm going to go and finish my content for tonight. But please, if any of this resonates with you, send me a DM. I love talking to people about this. I often put work off just to chat to people on the phone because I know for me this changed my life, and if I can help you with it too, then I want to do that. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your week, guys. For all of you mums, enjoy the quiet time while the kids are at school, and I'll come on and talk to you guys soon. Cool. Have a great day.